Welcome back to the Wandering Wind. Today I want to talk a bit about weight loss surgery and why so many fat people end up choosing this over the normal way. End quotes. One of the biggest misconceptions about big people, because it is a misconception, because not all big people are this way, is that if you go for weight loss surgery, it's because you're too lazy to exercise and diet. For a lot of bigger people, however, that's simply just not true. The problem with a lot of overweight people, a lot of morbidly obese people, is that they've tried the diet and they've tried the exercise. I explained in a previous video that the low fat, low carb, no sugar added food industry is really just a big old lie, that it's still got the same amount of sugars, the same amount of unhealthy stuff. It's just under a different name. Dextrose, sucralose, high fructose corn syrup. Those are sugars, but they're marketed as not sugar. And so therefore it's okay. And so therefore it's healthier, which it's not. Sugar is sugar. And that's the bad thing about a lot of these industries, is they commit fraud, but because they have the lobbyists that keep Washington from really making a change on this, they're still able to do this. The reason why a lot of people go for bariatric or weight loss surgery is really just a simple answer. They're tired of the fight between diet and exercise that neither seems to work. That cutting calories down and down and down results in less and less satisfying days and more binges late at night, more binges during the day, more binges where there shouldn't be them. Also with cutting calories, a lot of obese people don't understand that cutting certain calories, like fibers, actually ends up hurting you in the end. You have less energy, you have less whatever. And so trying to do it the normal way for a lot of us, the eat less, move more advice is really staggeringly ineffective in weight loss. Studies, if they were actually done, would show that 75% of individuals that were overweight that went on a weight management plan of diet and exercise found that they still stayed at their weight or even gained weight because of inefficient methods of dieting and insufficient information about the foods they're buying, because the food industry won't tell them. So for a lot of fatties, for a lot of us that are plus size or bigger, the last resort for a lot of us is bariatric surgery. The last resort, because we go to the seminars beforehand. 20, 30 years ago, there were no seminars, there were no classes, there was no information given to the patients telling them, okay, well, this is what will happen. This is what you're going to need to be prepared for. This is what you're going to be up against. And these are the chances of something happening that can kill you, like not being able to absorb vitamins, this, that, or the other, dying on the operating table. Really, the detriments to this are strong enough that the only reason why a lot of us choose it is because it's our last chance. It's our last chance to be healthy, or healthy in the eyes of people that judge us based on our size. I'm not saying that the health at every size thing is good, and in fact, weight has a lot to do with your health. It can affect your cardio, your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can affect your breathing, it can affect everything about you. So I'm not saying that health at every size is a good thing. It's cancer. It's worse than the fat shaming that a lot of people do. But what I'm saying is, for a lot of us, it's the last resort to try and feel acceptance from others, and also to be able to accept ourselves. That being said, a lot of us go into this with a lot more knowledge now than we did before, but it's still very scary, and it's still a long process. It's not a quick fix, because you have to have a pre-op diet, and then you have the post-op diet that you follow pretty much the rest of your damn life, because if you fail one aspect of it, you're gone. You're gone. If you forget to take your vitamins for too long, you end up with vitamin deficiencies that end up giving you health issues that are significant risks to your survival. If you don't move as much as you need to, you'll die. If you eat too much in one sitting, you can expand your stomach and you'll get back to the same weight you were. In fact, the recidivism or failure rate for bariatric surgery is still quite high, because there are a lot of individuals that still don't have the necessary drive to follow a plan. But those of us that do manage to keep our weight down. Now, I have not had the bariatric surgery, but I know of people that have. I know of people that have successfully gone through it and survived it. Look at Boogie2988. Stephen Williams was a fat guy. No kidding. He was huge. He is now healthier than he's ever been. He's active. Yes, he broke a bone the other day. That was mainly because one of the side effects, as I've said, is malabsorption of nutrients and vitamins. He's not getting the calcium he needs, even though he's taking the supplements and everything else. It's just a side effect of the whole thing. And a lot of us have to consider that when we go in for surgery. But for a lot of us, it's just the last resort after trying everything else. Trying everything else and failing miserably. Anyway, that's just a bit of my my whole narrative on that. I'm going to be doing topics like this over the next few weeks. I'm going to be doing my weight loss vlog every day. So look for that, and look for a lot of other things in the days to come. And I thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.